Good morning, afternoon, and evening. My name is Alex Chung. Today I'm excited to announce RealityCoin, a Web3 decentralized version of Google Street View that will change what's possible in the metaverse, AR/VR, and location-based apps. RealityCoin is a protocol that incentivizes people to collect 360-degree photos of the outdoor real world. And we've developed a smartphone app called Reality Miner that deeply integrates with the modern smartphone camera SDKs, and with that imagery, when it's collected, we process it using state-of-the-art computer vision. Let me show you how it works. You can see here the home feed loads with the latest news from our Twitter, Medium, and even the recent reality blocks that have been mined by other miners. We've had some recent collections here done in Singapore, San Francisco, San Jose, and even the MIT Boston area. When a user is reality mining, all they do is hold the phone up, perpendicular from the ground, point, press the camera button, and then rotate the 360 degrees. We subdivide all the different places that people can do this collection into hexagons that we call reality blocks. And the app has on-device computer vision safeguards to proactively alert the user if photos are blurry, the pitch is incorrect, and we'll be adding more tools over time to maximize the quality of collected data on our network. The Reality Miner app uploads this imagery data onto the RealityCoin decentralized file system that we use. When uploaded, the imagery is processed through a novel, scalable verification system we've developed called Proof of Reality. The technique is a blend of classical and deep learning computer vision algorithms that run both on-device and our validator nodes. This process ensures that real, high-quality data is the only type that's uploaded to the RealityCoin network. When the imagery is verified, the validator nodes in our network vote onto a Solana program. So that means each reality block needs to cross a certain threshold before it's officially minted. Token will be given to the reality miner involved, and then after that, any user can preview that reality block. This is what it looks like right now for an actual location that's been collected. I'm excited to share that today anyone with an iPhone 11 or newer can experience our alpha and actually go through the process of doing a reality mining job. It requires the Apple Test Flight app, and the instructions to get access are in the channel of our Discord. Let's talk token economics. For each reality block that a miner collects, they earn RealityCoin. We have an algorithm to price each block individually, and we use Solana as our layer 1 for our token. The protocol overall has a similar system to the burn and mint model in Helium. In other words, enterprise customers that use our data burn token when they use the RealityCoin dataset. And we're going to be building 3 different channels for commercialization of this imagery. First, we're going to sell the raw imagery to mapping companies. Firms like Mapbox, HereMaps, Bing, and TomTom can purchase our raw imagery to analyze it for street signs, lane changes, new buildings, construction zones, and more. Other customers that would be interested in this raw imagery data are organizations like urban planning firms, architectural organizations, and groups that study the health of neighborhoods and want the location analytics. In the last few years, computer vision researchers have been able to draw clear associations from street view imagery to things like socioeconomics, the architecture and building life cycle, even some of the human health and street maintenance requirements. This is all possible today, and there are clear precedents in Web 2 companies. The second commercialization initiative that we'll be pursuing is building a Google Street View compatible API. A Google Street View compatible API means that any customer that already uses Google's Street View dataset can swap to our platform with minimal engineering effort. And what that means is that these companies can pick in real time based on price sensitivity and data coverage. And the benefit of RealityCoin, because we have crowdsourced workforce, is that we can collect imagery in a new region quickly based on customer demand. And customers can swap back and forth across the platforms to ensure that they deliver the best experience at the best cost for their users. And we'll go even further than the core Google Street View API and extend what's possible for consumer experiences. Most recently, I was at ETH Denver for the conference, and I was staying in a service apartment. Well, this apartment was fairly new, and it turns out that the DoorDash delivery couldn't find exactly where this apartment was. Imagine as a customer of DoorDash, you could circle in a street view exactly where you want the food dropped off, and the instructions would be transmitted to the DoorDash delivery driver, so they'd be able to follow it rather than reading some vague text description or following a potentially incorrect map. Another great example is your Airbnb check-in experience. In dense neighborhoods or in different parts of the world where mapping data isn't as widely available, knowing clear instructions that's drawn from a visual perspective so you don't have to rely on other languages or translations makes it clear and simple so that you don't have that frustration or headache when you're going into a new environment. All of these experiences are either cost prohibitive or aren't available through the existing APIs. But with RealityCoin, we can innovate and take location-enabled apps and services to a whole new level. And this is as relevant in developed countries as it is globally. For every Uber and DoorDash that's here, there's an equivalent in Southeast Asia, Latin America, and even parts of EMEA in terms of Europe and Africa. The third and final set of use cases is what I'm personally the most excited about. As we collect more imagery, we can take this data and actually start generating a metaverse version of the real world, something that some call a digital twin. And for those that have been following the computer vision field, techniques like NeRF and spherical structure from motion allow for this 3D reconstruction, and they frankly look phenomenal. The progress has really been done in the last 3 to 5 years, but really in the last 3 years has there been significant jumps. Some of the latest papers from professors like Jonathan Ventura at Cal Poly have shown that these 3D reconstructions are possible with monocular photos. Monocular meaning it's a single camera lens that's used to take the imagery. We can generate great depth perception using these 360-degree images that are also very easy to collect for the crowdsourced workforce. And with this computer vision output, these 3D images, we're going to take this to market in 2 different ways. First, the 3D models that we create of neighborhoods, landmarks, and points of interest can be exported to games. Imagine being able to play Grand Theft Auto over the streets of Singapore. Or how about Mexico City? These experiences aren't possible today unless the game creator puts significant effort in building out the imagery through artistry and usually manual hand artistry creation work. But with RealityCoin, we can scalably generate this. Or how about having your local neighborhood home that you grew up in printed into Sandbox or Decentraland? You can show off your unique story and creativity in ways that aren't possible today. With all of these game assets, whether they're NFTs or maps that are exported to games, when users leverage this data or mint a new property, the proceeds will go back to burning RealityCoin. And the second use case that I have in mind here is generating our own metaverse game. Imagine Free City from the movie Free Guy that starred Ryan Reynolds and Jodie Comer. Wouldn't it be really cool if you could go explore and play as a game different parts of the world as if you were there yourself in an Oculus headset? That's going to be possible. And before I wrap up, I want to talk about our reality miner community. Whether you're someone who lives in the slums of Kibera in Nairobi, Kenya, or you're a war-displaced refugee currently in Jakarta, or you're a community college student or high school student in Los Angeles, reality mining will be an alternative income stream available to everyone. Through RealityCoin, I aspire to provide economic opportunity to millions through the proven play-to-earn model that's been so successful already in Web3. To get there, we're going to create an inclusive community where anyone with a smartphone can own a piece of what will be the most valuable data set in Web3. This will change the metaverse, this will change AR, VR, and location-based apps all over the world. And you can own a piece of that simply by contributing your time and effort. To me, this is as much about social impact and empowering people as it is about building great tech that enables new user experiences. In the future, for Reality Coin, we have a plan to also release a new NFT minting system so that economically motivated reality miners can get data royalty rights for the specific reality block hexagons that they collect. And we'll also release a set of non-economic incentives for those who are just simply interested in playing a really cool Web3 crypto version of a real-life scavenger hunt, very similar to the game geocaching for those who are familiar with this offline game. Reality Coin is the intersection of computer vision, Web3, and also the crowdsourcing community. This ecosystem is going to unlock new use cases that researchers only dreamed about several years ago. I hope you'll join us. Be part of this movement that's going to create a brand new world that will be possible through Web3, great token economics, and this crowdsourcing effort.